Okay.
Okay?
Start
Okay, what?
explaining it to me again, like I didn't just say action.
Stop. Have you ever felt like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again? It's like cyclonic in here. That's really cool. Yeah, don't put that on the video.
Why?
You're totally going to, aren't you?
I might.
I will lose man points if people hear me singing Katy Perry.
It's a catchy tune. You can't help it.
I'll try to tell them that.
Okay, so updates as to what's been going on around the homestead. Our cat, Fat Tilly, got out 1 week ago, maybe?
A little less than.
About a week ago, a little less than. She snuck out. She loves to be outside. She's fat, but she's fast. And she snuck out quicker than we could catch her and didn't come back in that night, and we haven't seen her since. My thought is coyote, probably, but I put it out there into the Facebook world. We have a local lost and found for this area. Lots of dogs go wandering off to explore. And I put that, you know, in case she is alive and you see her, we want her back. And they told us, we had a couple people say that they actually have had their cats come back like a year later, 6 months later. So it's possible that she's still alive. Cats survive really well out here. Lots of field mice to eat. But we honestly just don't know. So if she's alive, she was probably running from something and maybe doesn't know how to get back. But yeah, this is one of the risks of living out here, especially with cats. Our cats are all indoor cats, but when we got out here, Roosevelt and Tilly enjoy being outside, Tilly especially, and it's been harder and harder to get her to come back in. So this was probably just a matter of time where she's concerned. We'd never let them out at night, but she's still wily that way. So she's missing, gone, dead. We don't really know. Just that she's not here. We haven't seen her in a while.
So good vibes into the universe, please.
Good vibes into the universe. You know, if she doesn't make it back to us, I hope that she's living this happy, healthy life outdoors. Maybe shed some of her fatness. We'll see.
Okay, so very simply, this is an overflow valve. Not an overflow valve, excuse me. This is a priming valve. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in line with our intake, or our inflow, whatever. The water in the tanks is actually high enough that it will probably push itself in just fine once we open the locking valve out there. This just gives us the ability to make sure that the water is at an appropriate level and also allows any bubbles to work their way out of the pump, because the pump is designed, of course, to pump water, not air. If it tries to pump air, then it doesn't do anything. The air doesn't move. So anyway, this will allow us, this is my little rinky-dink version of a little cup filler thingy. Really all it is, what is this, 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 something tube that's down to a reducer, down to a 1-inch PEX pipe, and a shutoff valve. So once we have the water in, we simply close the valve, and the water will actually come up to here. but it will also flow out here. So this will be in from the water tanks. This will be out to the pump.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes. Mostly. So how much more do we have left to have everything fully plumbed from the tank to here?
Well, that's our input right over there. So I have to plug this 3-way splitter, which, by the way, Aaron donated to us. Did you?
I did know because we were
Yeah.
short a T
We were short
splitter.
one, and he didn't want us to have to go back.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? It's an hour in one direction. It's an hour and 20 minutes in the other.
Well, the T splitter we can get in St. John, so that's like 40 minutes.
We couldn't.
We couldn't?
I tried.
Oh,
They only sell 3/4 inch,
that's right.
not 1 inch.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have
it's-
been an hour to Gallup or an hour and 20 minutes to Show Low.
Yeah.
So anyway, he really saved us on that one. So
He
thank
did.
you, Aaron, when you see this.
Yeah. Crouton?
No, thank you. Not nearly as much of a fan as you are.
I just realized it might be loud to eat them. I'm hungry.
I'm
didn't-
not laughing at that.
Well, I just didn't want to take time to make anything because I wanted to come out and keep you company.
Should I explain to the people at home how our dynamic with croutons and Caesar salads?
Sure.
Ever since we started dating, well, maybe not the first date, but as soon as Sarah became comfortable dating me, she doesn't like salads.
I
in a
do.
traditional sense. Hold on. This is my story. She doesn't like salads in a traditional sense. She only likes baby spinach. And so her salad generally is baby spinach, croutons, some ranch dressing, and maybe some dried fruit, but usually not.
No, cheese.
Oh, and
Sometimes
cheese. All
Chicken
right.
if we have it. That's my comfort salad.
Yes. But, of course, most salads in most restaurants aren't like that. They, I think I dropped some.
They use the
bugs.
crappy watery lettuce or they use romaine. Romaine is good, but the hearts are like gross.
I disagree.
I know.
I love hearts of romaine.
I just like the leaves. The darker the better.
Okay.
Anyway, I ask for your croutons a lot.
Well, what happens, of course, is that she sees the croutons on my plate and says, that's a good idea. Gosh, I really want croutons. And so she'll sneak a crouton. And then another one. And then a third. And so what I've done as a result, after almost 10 years of marriage, is I just start, as soon as I get my salad, I pick out a certain number of croutons and just push them over to the side or even move them directly onto her plate because, you know.
Yeah.
And if I want to win extra bonus points, I give her all of them.
Or we ask for extra. One time, the waiter
that's
brought me a
right.
bowl of croutons just
That's
for me.
right.
Because I'm like, I don't want the salad. I want
I just
croutons.
want the croutons.
In college, oh my gosh, so we'd be in the dining hall, and so sometimes I would get a little bowl and I would put croutons and shredded cheese in it with a little ranch dressing, and that was my salad. They made fun of me so much because I didn't even eat spinach then. So,
I would make fun of you too, babe.
I know. Are you going to do anything else interesting?
It's all interesting.
Yeah, but no.
Okay, you can cut it.
No,
It's fine.
I'm asking if I need to leave it on or not.
Are you not entertained?
By plumbing? I'm more entertained by our witty banter. We're in
Max is telling on Chloe.
I know. Hey, you walked out of the frame.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What am I doing?
Oh, well, just come talk. I was gonna talk to you.
Morning.
Hang on. Good morning. So we're in the middle of like, how many projects right now?
Oh, probably a dozen.
Okay, so what is the goal for today?
Well, at this point, we've been making some pretty good progress, actually. We've got our septic in, we've got our water totes in, water lines run, plumbing all in the pump house done. We don't have electricity to the pump yet, but we're close. We've got the batteries in. I need to hook up the inverter, but before I can do that, I have to insulate the wall and then hang, not hang, but like nail up a piece of sheet wood so that I can hang the inverter to it. Once that's done, I can wire the inverter to the batteries, and we'll at least have a battery bay. Which, you know, potentially if we wanted to, we could hook up the generator, charge up the batteries, turn the generator off, and still have electricity. That's all wired to the camper. But in all reality, if you take a second to look at these clouds out here,
They're kind of hard to see.
yeah, probably to the viewer, they're going to look like just haze.
Yeah.
These are really, really high cirrus clouds, which usually come on the front of a storm. So we're going to do everything we can to have the shed watertight before the rains come today. So I'm going to be shoveling in some dirt around the edges, base edges, so that it's not in the way when we put the ladder up, and then we're going to get to work on the roof.
And the door.
And then I have to figure out the door.
What's wrong with the door?
Well, this is what happens when an amateur who's never built a structure before tries to put up a shed. You build it the best you can, and then when it comes time later to fit things that are perfectly square into a space that you have created, you find out that what you've done isn't square. So at this point, the door frame is like this, and the door is like this. So we have to figure out a way to, I don't know, there's a joke about something like a round or a square peg in a round hole. It's a lot like that.
Good luck.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405, sing along to the radio. We're gonna make it someday, nothing's gonna get in our way. We will be the biggest band in town. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on a Saturday night. Oh, 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 Saturday night. I'm gonna quit my job, never wanna have no boss. I just wanna play my rock and roll like they do on the radio. Tommy's got brand new drums, and I still have my old guitar. And John said this next song's gonna be real good, if you know what I mean. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on a Saturday night. Oh, 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 Saturday night. Oh, oh.
Come here, babe.
Like 3 inches to the right, and we would have missed it.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
We'll grab some extra bolts.
So we broke the auger, right? Our ground broke the auger.
Oh. Yeah. Our ground broke the auger.
How deep is the hole?
Not deep enough.